Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about how you can customize a check report in Dynamics 365 Business Central. So I'm assuming like you're already familiar with how you can how you can print a check from the Dynamics 365 Business Central payment journal. And I already have the check printed. So make sure you need to have the bank payment type selected as a computer check. So then select the wonder ledger entries you want to apply for the payment, and then once everything is done on that payment journal line, then you can print the check. Okay, so I already have a check printed from this payment journal line, and then I'm just gonna show you how the check looks like. So so we can take a look together how we can customize that check. So this check is already printed from from that payment journal line. It's $100, but you can see this check is in the format, assuming your physical check is in the format stub and check, right? So this part is the actual check, and on the top is the stub. Then you can show different lines there. But if you are using another format, like if you are using stub, check, stub, then you cannot use this out-of-box one, right? So we have some other out-of-box check report you can use. Then you have to go to your report selection, bank account, and to take a look what is the current check report like you have. So if you select the usage check, then you can see this report ID 1401 is the current report you are using. And actually, out of box, there are some other formats you can use as well, like the stub, check stub. That format is also available, but you have to go to the report layout selection. And in the report layout selection, if you search by a keyword check, then you will be able to see the different check format available. So you could see at the bottom of this page when I search by check. Now I can see there's this report we are using, which is 1401, and it's a RDLC type of report. And also we have some other type of the report like stub check, check stub. Okay, so this stub check stub is a very common one. So let's just use that as example. Let's say you cannot use this format we just printed, which is the format of the stub and check, right? If you cannot use that 2-portion check report, you have to use the 3-portion check report, the stub check stub. Then let's see how we can customize it. So if you need to add additional fields which does not exist in this default report at all, then it's another story. But in most scenario, like the existing fields on this check report should fulfill what you want on the check. So then if that's the case, you just want to remove some fields and move around some field on the check report, you do not need to ask a developer. You can do it by yourself. So I do have some other videos on my YouTube channel for how you can use the custom report layout in Business Central to customize the report by yourself without asking a developer. Okay, so in this video, we'll just focus on this check report 10411. Okay, so first what we need to do is we have to create a custom report layout. So I already have one created, but if you don't, then you just need to click on new, because we can see from the report layout selection. So that report is also a RDLC report, this 10411. So when you create a new custom report, then click on new, then you just put in this report ID, okay? And so let's see. Oops, I have something else. 10411, okay? So just put in this report ID, and then you have to turn on insert RDLC layout. And then you can see I'm creating another one. Previously, I have an existing one. Okay, so that's how you can create a new custom report layout. I'm just gonna delete this actual one we just created. And then I can rename the description to just say custom check report. Okay. So then just to be easier for us to find out this is our custom one instead of using the existing description called copied from built-in. Okay, so after that, then we can just export this reporting out. And once you export it, then we can open this reporting out. And so you need to make sure your computer has the report builder. So previously there's a SQL Server report builder, but now you can download the Microsoft report builder, which is the latest one. Okay, so then you will be able to open that RDLC report. But you can see this layout format looks very unreadable because we don't know what that description means, right? So usually when you do that, you want to compare with another report, with the check report you copied from, you printed out from Business Central. So what we want to do, like if you can just run, because I still have that payment journal line in the payment journal, so I can run the report. And then just let's select not this bank. So operating, yeah, let's just select a bank. And then let's just say I want to reprint a check because I already have that check printed. So I just need to say reprint a check in order to reprint again. Then it will be printed. So okay, so I have something missing there. Let's just do this again. Just run this reporting out. Run this report again. And check. So yeah, we didn't select the payment journal we are using. We have to select that payment journal we are. So I'm using this batch bank payments. Okay, and then let's just print it out, reprint it, and so this time it will be in this format. So that now you can see it's in the step check step format. But when you compare this with your, if you print this to your physical check, then you, if that format is not the same, then then you have to adjust that format. Okay, so then what we can do is like we can compare this layout with the layout we just had here, and so when you do that, then you can basically understand what those expression means. So in this case, if I'm comparing the header part in the first portion, then you can see this expression will be this vendor name, and then this expression will be this date, and then this part will be the check number. And then we have some headers and lines of the details on the stub. So then this will be the document number, document date, and then you can see the caption there. And then you can see those different columns right here. And these two expressions at the bottom will be this total and then this amount, right? So basically then you know where those things are. Then most commonly, like when you have a physical check, you already have the check number printed there. Then you may not need this check number from this anymore, right? And then because this is too close to the top, then you may want to move it a little bit down. So you can do that all by yourself. You don't need to ask a developer in order to do that, okay? So for example, you just want to move this whole section down, right? The whole thing down. Then you can just select everything. And then once everything is selected, then you can just, okay, so I select everything here. I'm using a new computer, so this is another computer, so it's not, I'm not too used to all the buttons on this one yet. Yeah, but this is basically what you want to do. You want to select everything you want to move, and then I'm just clicking. So basically you understand what I mean, right? So you select everything you want to move, and then you are moving them down all together. So you can move this a little bit down, and then you can move this whole section a little bit down as well, right? So if that's you want to adjust that layout a little bit, move something down, it's very easy to do, right? And then if you want to move this section down, then you can move it as well. And you just need to multi-select them and then move them down. So it's not hard to do it by yourself. Okay, so even like you can only move one down. So this one is a check number, right? So then you, because you already have that on your physical check, then you may not need it anymore. You can delete it. So this is really simple. And sometimes then, so same for the middle portion for the check, and same for the step. You can just, if you just want to delete something and move something down, it's really easy for you to do it, but you just need to compare with your physical check so you know what expression each expression means what on that check report. And then after you did this, and so another thing is like on the check, for example, I want to insert a signature. So what you can do, you can go to the insert, then you can just go to the image. Then if you already have that, signature somewhere as saved as an image, then you can just on this check report, then you can just select a spot you want to put it, right? Let's say I want to put it here, then I can just put it there, and then I can just say import. Then I just select an image from my computer for that signature. Okay, I don't have an image ready, but that's how you can do that. And then if something you want to hard code on that report, then you can just add a text box and say, let's say document date. I already have that, right? But let's just take this as example. If you don't have that, then you want to say document date, but you want to let the vendor know the date format, how the date format is, right? So month, day, year. Okay, this is just an explanation. Like you want the vendor know, that probably on the top you already have the value of that date, which is September 24th, 2022, right? Already printed, that's the value. But you want to make somebody understand that format is this format, you can put this at the bottom, right? So that's so this can always be printed. Then you just indicate the format of that date, which printed on the top. So then this will never change. That's why you can use a text box and insert it on this report. Okay, I'm gonna delete this from here. And another thing, in most recent version of Business Central, this report format, this one I just printed, it seems to be fine. But if you will see, because I'm using on-premise version, but if you're using a SaaS version for this check format, you will now see this format. You will see this will have a gray shadow, and then has some lines and have something it's not like you can see the clear text here. You will see something like the shadow, like when I highlighted this, and but you don't want to have those shadows show up. You will see something, but it's kind of something like this, right? Like when I highlighted, like there's a shadow. So when the check report printed, then that shadow is always there on the amount and on this amount. If you don't want that shadow to show up, so all these three sections, which you can see this bracket, then you will see that shadow. If you don't want that to show up, then actually previously I was thinking that's coming from the fail, on this report. But when I check, so if you look at that part for that, then let's see where is it. So it's on the check section, and so it seems like to be in the middle portion. Okay, so it seems to be these. Okay, if we match this with that printout, so then one of them is the amount, one of them is the date, and one of them is that English expression of the amount. Okay, so then previously I was thinking that's a fail, but it's a fail on that text box. If you go to the text box property, then you can go to the fill, then you see there's nothing. Fill color says no color, then there's nothing. Actually, it comes from the font. So you see this font, it's ID Automation SAC 1B. It's a very strange font, right? So this strange font has those gray shadow, and many clients would want to remove it because you cannot see the text inside clearly. So then if that's the case, you can just simply change it to another format, font format. Okay, so that this text box, and if you open this text box, think it will be the same thing. You see this ID Automation SAC 1B, then you can change it to another font. And same for this one, which is that amount in number. And then if you look at the font for this one, it's the same, right? Okay, so that 3 field has a gray shadow if you printed out the checkout. Somehow on this version, on this on-premise version, it didn't show the shadow, but if you are printed out from the Business Central SaaS version, then you will see that shadow for this report. So after you change the font, then if you are good with this layout, then you can save it, okay? Let's just save this one, and this report is called default one. And after you save it, save this report, then you can go back to your Business Central custom report layout and go to layout, import layout, then choose the one you just saved. So this is the one I just saved. It does not have a confirmation tell you that report layout has been imported. It just flashes. That means it's done. If there's any issue with that layout, then it will pop up an error message. Okay, so if it doesn't pop up an error message, that means that report layout has been imported. And then we can run this report again and reprint that to take a look how it looks like now. So I still have this reprint checks turned on, so I can reprint that. So let's print it to the PDF, and then we can take a look, right? So this part, so I removed something from here, but it seems like this check number is still here. And I also moved the whole thing a little bit down. So compare with my previous one. Let's see the previous printout. Let's see what's the difference. Okay, so this one is my previous printout. Yeah, so it's very close to the top. And this one doesn't seem to have changed that. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to have changed that. This is the one, and this is the one, and this is the PDF. Okay, so there's a little bit change. So we moved this a little bit down, so it seems like this one to the top is closer, and this one is a little bit down. So that moved, and then we want to remove that check number, right? So you remember that there are 2 expressions on here. So actually, one is the caption, and the other one is the actual check number. So we remove that check number. You could see that check number 201 is gone, right? And only this caption is there. But if you want, you can remove this caption as well. So usually you want those 2 parts to be gone as well. So you can re-edit this report layout if you want to remove the other caption, okay? And so that's the 2 changes we made. We removed the check number, and then we moved this top section a little bit down. So that seems all look good. Okay, so and we also changed the font for this 3 part, but you may not see a big difference because in this printout it doesn't. In this printout it doesn't show that shadow. But if you are printed out from Business Central SaaS, then you will see the report printed out. When you print it out, then there's a shadow. Okay, so let's just open this again and then compare this. This is the one, and this the original one. So that font doesn't seems to change after, But if you're on the like I said, if you are on the Business Central SaaS, then after you change that font, you will see this one has the shadow. The original one will have the shadow with that specific font. And then after we change it to the other font area, then you will see the shadow is gone. Okay, so that's a tip, because when you print that check from Business Central, you will see that gray shadow for those 3 sections. So that's a tip how you can remove it. You just need to change the font. It's not from the file. Okay, so then everything else we didn't change. So that's the changes we did. And but right now, if you just stop here, then your change will not be in the payment journal. So we run the report from the custom report layout, then we can see it's using that check. But now if you go to the payment journal, and then if you you reprint this check report, then it will be still the old format, okay? Because you haven't finished. That's just printed from the payment journal. So you look at this, it's still the 2-portion one. It's still that step check one, okay? So what we can do in order for this to take effect in the payment journal. So you have to, because we create that custom report layout, you still have to go to the report layout selection. And then once you go to the report layout selection, instead of using the built-in RDLC layout, then you have to change this to the custom layout and select this custom report layout you built, okay? So that's one thing. And also you have, after you did this step, you have go to the report selection bank account. Then you have to change this check from here, change this report ID from here to this report ID 10411, okay? And after that is done, then you can go back to your payment journal. Then let's try to print the check again. So that's just to reprint this check again, then it will be changed to that step format. You can see this change has already taken effect, right? So it's the step format. Yeah, so if you are, as I said, because I'm on a web client, for on-premise Business Central, it's only a local client. But if you're on Business Central, if you are printing this check report from Business Central, then you will see the original report has all the shadows for these 3 ones, because that font. And if you change the font to anything else other than that one, original one, then it will print something like what I'm printing right now, okay? Yeah, so that's everything I want to share for how to customize your Dynamics 365 Business Central check report. And it's very easy to do. And basically, you just go to, you have to download the report builder, the Microsoft report builder, so you can open the RDLC layout. And you have to create a custom report layout, then export the check report you want to customize and open it with the report builder. And then you can move all the fields around, and you can delete some fields. If you still need to add some additional fields which are not available on that existing report, then you still have to ask the developer to add that the additional fields on the report. But otherwise, then you just want to delete or move around fields, then you can do that by yourself. You just need to follow the steps I showed you. Then you will be able to customize this check report yourself. Okay, thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope to see you guys again next time.